the audio's coming through just fine, as opposed to last week, which nobody said anything, but it was all going into the microphone of that camera. Sounded like shit, but maybe that's just to me. Back Row Studios is live on YouTube, Facebook. Stuck in My Generation is live. It's all live.
It's all live, baby.
It's all live, baby. We're going to just have a good time. To burp on mic or not to burp on mic?
Do it.
Fuck it. Here we go. It shall begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks for joining a couple of 90s kids. You're listening to Stuck in My Generation. All right. Keep on rolling, baby. A couple things you're getting in this episode is some scoring. We've got a scoring system we came up with. It's nothing revolutionary. It's just something to help us confirm our thoughts on albums. So we're going to talk about pre-podcast. Me and Hicks are big Tool fans.
Yeah.
We got tickets to see Tool here in
No shit. Tell them.
5 months.
March.
It'll come up quick.
4th-ish.
Something like that.
Tell everybody who else we're going to see next year.
Chili Peppers in Detroit.
Oh my God, that's on my bucket list.
Chili Peppers in Detroit. Me and Heather watched the Chili. I hate James Corden with a passion. Fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
But it is enjoyable to watch Carpool Karaoke.
I saw that one.
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, he took his shirt off. Yeah. And they fought in somebody's yard, wrestled in somebody's yard.
That's right.
Anthony Kiedis and James Corden.
Some stranger's yard.
Yeah, it was funny as shit.
That was good.
But I see, the Chili Peppers are just fantastic. I'm pumped about that show too. My wife's already seen them. She said they were great.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Her and her buddy Rachel went. I think it was her and Rachel.
Okay.
And she's excited that we're going.
Good. I can't wait to see it. That's on my bucket list.
I can't either. It's on mine as well, but
I want to see those dudes live.
I do too. Pre-podcast, me and Hicks are big Tool fans. Oh, always will be.
Sure.
But and then post-podcast, we start doing this podcast and we come to discover the Beatles are the shit.
Oh my goodness.
They're the shit.
I can't get away from them.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
I keep going back to them, and every time I go back to them, it's better.
Yeah.
And here in 22 days, I think, we got the Get Back documentary from Peter Jackson.
Nice.
And that's going to be really good.
Nice.
So, me and Hicks, we've been a little uninspired. There's not any... Amy Winehouse is up next, just to let everyone know. We're going to deep dive Amy Winehouse and her whole 2-disc discography.
2 albums, yeah.
2 albums.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be good. And we didn't have many ideas besides that. And one day I just you know what? I'm a fucking geek. So I'm going to come up with a scoring system and grade some of these Beatles albums because to my knowledge, Abbey Road was always my favorite Beatles album. Not always my favorite. I swear to God, I didn't listen to the Beatles at all. I didn't give them a chance at all.
Sure.
Until this podcast.
Okay.
Until like a month before we started this, and I listened to, some Beatles at the urging of my wife. She's like, just listen to Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Start to finish, listen to Abbey Road. I'm like, okay, fine, I will. So I listen to Abbey Road, and I'm like, this is the shit.
Yeah.
And then it spiraled into other albums. And I thought, you know what? So many of these albums are good. I was like, I really like Rubber Soul. I really like Revolver. I like the White Album. I like Sgt Pepper. But Abbey Road's my favorite. And I'm like, the more I started listening, me and Hicks keep going back to them.
Sure.
So a couple weeks ago, I went back to them. No, it wasn't a couple weeks ago. It was like a week ago. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grade these fucking albums. I'm going to figure out once and for all, what is my favorite album? Because on the outside looking in, when you listen to an album, maybe 1 or 2 really, really, really good songs can taint your opinion.
Sure.
And with Abbey Road, it's She's So Heavy.
Yeah.
It taints my opinion because that's like a top 5 all-time song for me.
Sure.
So I'm like, maybe it's that song, but maybe the album pound for pound isn't as good as maybe some of the other albums. So I thought, I'm going to come up with this grading system. Again, it's nothing revolutionary at all.
No, but it's a brilliant idea.
It makes sense.
I'm very thankful for it. It's a very good idea.
It seems to make sense. So here's the scoring table. And again, it's very simple, but I decided that I wanted to do this. And then Hicks, I talked to him about it. He's like,
That's
I'm going to
great.
fucking do it too.
It's great.
So a 0 score, song, going through song per song. A 0 basically means I don't even like this song.
Mm-hmm.
A 1 means I don't need it. I don't
Right.
necessarily dislike it, but I don't need it in my life.
Sure.
A grade of a 2 is I'm okay with it. A grade of a 3 is it's important for the flow of this album. A grade of 4 is it's vital that this song is on this album. Vital, not just important that it's here
Sure.
for the flow, but this is a vital, necessary song for this album. And 5, I can't live without this song.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go through the rest of my life not having access to this song. So a 0 through 5, went through, graded each album from the Beatles and Tool, since Tool was our thing pre-show.
Just to
Beatles
get in the,
after.
just to get in the groove
Just
of
to get
scoring
yes.
albums. Yeah.
Yes. And it's like, why not do the favorite we knew about and the favorite we've discovered?
Sure.
Which the Beastie Boys should be scored eventually.
Oh man, I thought about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So we're scoring these albums, and it goes from the Beatles, it goes to Tool. And meanwhile, in between all this shit, Limp Bizkit drops an album on us on Halloween called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks. And I swear to God, the more I think about this, the more fun it becomes, because when you and I did that Limp Bizkit episode, we talked about, are they serious?
Yeah.
Like, are they serious? Do they take themselves seriously? Are they going to come back and just have a good time on an album? Like, if they do, it's going to work in 2021. And you know what? Before I get too deep into that album, we'll
Sure.
save it for last. We'll do the
That sounds good.
grading and shit first. But it's now abundantly clear that Limp Bizkit does not take themselves that seriously.
No, they don't. I don't think so either.
No, I mean, they titled the album Still Sucks. The album cover is ridiculous, cartoony. It's, I enjoy this shit. Like, it endeared them to me even more that they dropped this album, and we'll get to all that stuff.
Sure, I agree.
Here soon. But now I'm wondering, where do we start? Where do we start on the grading? Should we go? Let's go first. So we go first, Beatles album, work our way. Should we do it that way?
Like the number one.
Yeah, like Beatles, Please Please Me, basically,
Okay.
first album.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I did a shitty job at this. I did 6 of my favorite albums and did not go beyond that.
Well, that's
So
okay.
You might have to lead.
That's okay,
some of
because
the-
the early ones are not up there with the other ones. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's
I had 6
easy.
albums that I wanted to score. I wanted to get in. I can't talk. Plugged into the system, and I didn't get beyond that.
Well, I have notes on the grades for 5 of them.
Okay.
The other ones I just graded. I don't
Yeah.
even have the scores of the albums. So stop me when I get to one of the ones. You know what? I didn't grade. I didn't put notes song per song on the White Album because it's so fucking many songs.
Oh yeah.
So maybe you have some notes there. That might be that's got to be one of the 6 you graded and maybe
is.
have
It
some
is.
notes.
Sure.
But so here's the thing. You average it. So we take all the songs, 0 through 5 is a score they could get. You average it out. So the album has 10 songs. You add up the scores, divided by 10, you get your overall score. Easy enough, simple math,
Sure.
which is amazing that I could do it because I suck at math. Fuck, suck at that
I
shit.
think you're better than what you think.
I don't know. So Please Please Me was easily my lowest graded. Well, shit, I guess it wasn't easily. I'll just say Please Please Me and Yellow Submarine both got a 2.0. Basically meaning the whole
2.0.
album I'm just okay with. I don't care any more than just okay with it.
Sure.
The album with the Beatles, I had it a 2.21.
Okay.
Beatles for Sale was a 2.57.
Okay.
A Hard Day's... Oh, wait. I'll go Magical Mystery Tour was a 3.09.
Okay.
So basically that album was like, it's somewhat important because there's a few jams that are vital to their discography.
Starting to see an increase in your scoring.
Increase in scoring, yes. A Hard Day's Night was a 3.15.
Okay.
Help was a 3.15. There's
Okay.
classics on those albums. So
There are.
that it makes the scoring system starts making sense because these albums are deemed, anything at a 3 is deemed important.
Sure.
So these albums are important. I do like these albums.
Sure.
And then let's see. Now we can go from here. I think the 6 remaining are the 6 worth talking about. So for the sake of the flow,
Yes.
what is your lowest graded of the 6? And let's talk about it and work our way up.
My lowest graded Beatles album is Revolver out of the 6
You son of a bitch.
that I really enjoy, which is still a great album.
True.
I have a score of 3.3 on Revolver.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of songs were kind of just a lot of 3s and 4s. They were all 3s and 4s.
Let's
on
go
that
through
album.
them. I've got a 3.92
Okay.
on Revolver.
Okay.
Not really good enough to be. No, it is pretty close to the top for me, actually.
Okay.
Taxman, I have a 5.
Okay.
That song's very vital to me. It's one of my favorite Beatles songs.
I have a 4.
It's
It's a good song.
Eleanor Rigsby's a 5.
I have a 4. It's a good song.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm Only Sleeping is a 3.
I have 3.
Love to You is a 3.
I have 3.
Here, There, and Everywhere is a 5.
I have a 3 on Here, There, and Everywhere.
I really like Here, There, and Everywhere. Yellow Submarine is a big fat fucking 0 for me.
So, yeah.
I hate that song.
Yeah.
There's not many Beatles songs that I hate, but Yellow Submarine's a big 0. I hate that song. I don't care if I ever fucking hear it again.
There's a Beatles song that's probably really hated, but it's not on this album, but it's on a different album I'm going to talk
I've
about.
got a few more. There's a few more zeros, I think.
I like the song that's probably hated by a lot of Beatles fans, but we'll get to that here in just a little bit. I have 3 on Yellow Submarine.
A 3?
Yeah.
Were you high when you listened to it?
I should have been, but I have a 3 on it. I get it.
I think it's more of it's a personal preference thing. To me, it's just a goofy ass fucking song.
It is.
And
yeah.
I don't like too goofy of Beatles,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. What about track number 7 on Revolver? She Said, She Said.
I got a 3 on that.
I'm rocking a 3.
Rocking a 3. Good Day, Sunshine, I got a 5. It's important. It's a big one to me.
I have a 4. I'm a fan of that song. It's
And Your Bird Can Sing.
4.
5. I love that one. For No One.
3.
5. I love that one.
Yeah, I can see why.
Dr. Robert.
3.
5. I love that song.
Yeah,
I Want to Tell You.
3.
3. Got to Get You Into My Life.
Creeping back up to a 4 on
I
this
got
one.
a 4 on that as
Yeah,
well.
that's a good jam.
See, this is fun already.
It is.
Well, you got Hicks. I got 4. Well, you got Burger. I got 4.
Yeah. Tomorrow Never Knows, track number 14, the final track.
I got a 4 on it.
I have a 3 on it. I had a score 3.3 on Revolver.
3.92. And you know what? There's a huge difference between a low 3 and a high 3. I came to find.
There is. You're
I'm
right.
so excited to hear the Tool grades.
Oh, yeah.
I really am.
I hope I didn't fuck it up.
I really am. No, I don't think you can fuck it up. This is what it is to us.
And you know what? I'm looking at my list, and I did this like, I don't know, maybe 4 days ago, and I think this would be different today because one of these albums, I've been playing the shit out of it recently, and man, it probably deserves a little bit more credit than what I gave it. So
Is that a different album than what we're currently talking about? So you'll
Yeah.
get to that story here soon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's good. So yeah, Revolver. For the sake of knowing, I think just skimming through here, Revolver is by score at least, and I'm going to go by score because it's hard to decide without doing so. But Revolver is my number 2 Beatles album.
Okay. It's
Number
a
2.
good album.
Yeah, we're in the territory where they're all good.
Sure. Yeah.
What's next?
Man, this is the one that I should have ranked higher because I've been playing the
White Album.
shit out of it, and it's the White Album.
White Album. Me too. I've been playing the shit out of it too.
Yeah,
I've got a
should've-
3.73 overall on it, so just a tick below Revolver for me.
I'm 3.3.
But it may be better than, it may, I don't know. I think I can remember most of my scores. What you got as far as White Album goes? Do you have your song-by-song score?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in the USSR, track number 1.
5.
I've got a 4. I probably should have put 5.
5. Love that
Yeah.
shit.
Dear Prudence, track number 2.
Oh, it's so good. Probably a 4.
5.
Okay.
Oh, 5 on Dear Prudence.
Damn
I
good
love
song.
that song. Track number 3, Glass Onion.
5.
I've got a 4 on
Fucking
that.
love that shit.
I like it a lot. Track number 4, Obladi.
I think I had like a 2 or 3 on that goofy shit.
I like it.
I mean, it is good, but
Yeah.
it's not a 0 or a 1. But
And
I think I had a 2 or 3.
understand that. I understand that. Wild Honey Pie.
It was like a 2 or 3. I don't remember exactly, but I don't love that one.
I have a 4 on that. Yeah, I liked it. Not enough to give it a 5. Track number 6, The Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill.
Bungalow Bill. Da-na-na-na.
Yeah.
I probably a 3, I think.
I have
But you know what? That song is like a 3 and a 4 to me because the bungalow
Yeah.
Bill, that's like a 3 for me. And then when they slow it down, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a 4 or 5 right there. Like when they slow it down, it's like, she went dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like so good and so average
It's
to me
a
at the
roller
same
coaster
time.
ride.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of different songs in
What do
one.
you have graded on that?
2.
2?
But I understand what you're saying, and I agree
Right.
with that. The good parts are good. And
I don't want to
the
be
bad
exactly
parts are-
like you on these scores. We got to be a
No.
little different. I hope you have Opiate as your favorite Tool album.
I just did buy that on vinyl for $7.99.
It is
just
cheap
because
everywhere.
I felt bad for it. And I thought I'm going to buy it.
Let me tell you something, though. If you jam that album without much thought, like if you just throw it on,
Yeah.
there's like 2 or 3 really good bangers on that album.
Yeah. I
Like
believe
it
that.
just pales in comparison to the rest of their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference. But yeah. Next song.
Track number 7, While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
That's 5.
That's a 4 for me just because I've heard it so much and I kind of got burnt out on it. Just the people that are covering it and just it seems to be the jam that it's like a collaboration. You get a lot of the old British musicians together that play this. I've seen a lot of
that's
live
true.
footage now that just shut up and play something different. So
Understandable.
track number 8, Happiness is a Warm Gun.
I think I've got a 4 or 5 on that. I can't
Do you?
remember
Okay.
exactly, but I really enjoy that song.
I've got a 2 on that one. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. Track
Yeah.
number 9, Martha, My Dear. I've got a 4 on that.
Drawing a blank there. What's the tone of that song? Martha, my dear.
I don't know. I've been drinking.
As have I. I
We can't
can't
play
give
it.
an accurate. I can't give an accurate.
I
score
should
'cause
know
can't
since I
remember.
gave it such a high score.
I listened to the whole album like 3 times yesterday. What the fuck was I doing while that song was on? I was probably jerking it.
Yeah. Track number 10, The Story of Our Lives. I'm So Tired.
4 or 5 on that, I think.
I gave that a 3. The next track, Blackbird.
5.
5.
That's one of their best songs.
That's one of my top 3 favorite Beatles songs. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. I love it so much. Track number 12, Piggies. Gave it a 3. I don't even remember.
I think
how
I
it
gave
goes.
that a 3 too, but I'm not 100% on that.
What about Rocky Raccoon?
I think I gave it a 3 because I do enjoy it somewhat.
Yeah, I gave it a 2. Don't Pass Me By. I'm at 3.
3 or 4. I can't remember
Why
exactly.
don't we do it in the road? He stutters on purpose.
I really enjoy that shit. I think I gave it a 3
I gave it a
because I
3.
think it's vital to the album for a fun switch up, but it's not like any kind of impressive. I mean, I think the lyrics completely are, why don't we do it in the road?
I don't think there's anything else
I
said.
don't think
other
there
than
is
that,
either.
which
But I like the
was
message. I want to do it in the
Yeah.
road too.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Track number 16, I Will.
I will. I think 3 or 4 on that. I can't remember exactly.
I have a 2 on that. Track 17, Julia.
5. Any song with a girl's name for some reason I think is fucking great.
I'm gonna open my beer.
I think Julia and oh fuck, what other songs are there that's a girl's name? We'll get to them, I guess. But
My brother's Melissa.
oh, my brother's Melissa. Anything with the girl's name in it by the Beatles is typically really good. At least seemingly.
Yeah.
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 So that was the White Album. Very good album.
Wait a minute. Helter Skelter. You didn't even mention that.
Did I leave that out?
Somehow, some way. Helter Skelter's a 5.
Oh, I'm not done. Yeah, I've got 9 more tracks. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, it's a big album.
Birthday.
I love Birthday for some reason. I think I had a 4 on it. I love that fucking song.
I have 3
it's so
on
goofy,
Birthday.
but I love it.
Track number 2 on the... Why do I have track number 2? Maybe
Probably
I was looking
side
at the
B?
vinyl. Side B. Your Blues, 2.
2. Yeah.
Mother Nature's Son, 2.
2 or 3.
Everybody's Got Something to Hide.
3 or 4, I think.
I gave it a 4. Sexy Sadie, gave it a 3.
5. Anything with the girl's name in it for some reason. 5.
Helter Skelter.
5.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's 5.
Jeez, what a song.
Fuck banger.
It's 5. Yeah. Love it so much.
Banger.
Long, Long, Long. Gave it a 3.
I don't remember. 3 or 4.
Revolution 1.
3 or 4 on that.
I gave it a 5. I really enjoyed that song. Track number 9, Good Night. I gave it a 2.
I want to say 3. I should have wrote them down. I should have done that one in full. There's just so many tracks, and I was in a groove.
Well, I forgot about him until you mentioned
At
Helter
that
Skelter,
point, I
so
was
I'm
trying to
doing
figure out what my highest graded was, and then
Yeah.
listening to it, I'm like, man, what White Album's so much better than I remember.
Yeah, and I should have ranked it a little bit higher. Looking at my list now.
As time goes on, maybe we'll switch some of this up mid-episode on something.
Yeah,
Right in the middle of an NXS episode, be like, and White Album moved up the ranks this week.
So I'm at 6, Revolver. Number 5, White Album. Number 4, Abbey Road.
Abbey Road.
3.5 overall score.
This is what I thought was one of my favorite. I have a 3.58
Do you
on
really?
Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually kind of surprised that this was well, let's see, by all intents and purposes, a 3.58 is 4th. No, 5th.
Okay.
5th pound for pound favorite album. The White Album, I think, is better. There's more jams, more hits on it to me. And there's more on here. We'll talk about them though. But let's go through Abbey Road. Come Together.
5.
5.
Oh my gosh, what a good song.
It's a 5.
I recorded, I bought this album, the remastered version. I bought it yesterday. I put it on this morning and I videoed just a little clip of Come Together.
Yeah.
And I threw out a Facebook post and I said Sunday morning service is now in session.
Oh God, yeah.
And it automatically said copyright.
I hate that shit.
I didn't even say anything about the Beatles.
Yeah.
It just
it knows
picked
the
up.
music. You have to post. I do not own rights. There's some line that you have to post for them not to block it. And it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't. Everybody in the world knows I don't own the rights to Beatles music, so I just wiped it. That's a great song. Track number 2, Something.
5.
4. I've got a 4 on that. That's a good song.
Something in the way. It's so good.
Yeah.
3. Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
2.
I agree with you 100%. Oh, Darling.
3.
5.
5. Okay.
I love that song. Love it. Octopus's Garden.
I like this song.
It's a fucking 1 for me, son.
I like this song.
Anything Ringo does is a 1 to me.
The only reason
My kids love it.
I can't get it out of my head, and
My
I
kids
see
love
why
it.
kids enjoy it. Maybe it's the kid in me that enjoys this because
My 5-year-old loves that shit.
I can't get it out of my head once it starts playing, and it's just I like it.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Beatles. You know, a Beatles song with a 1 is much better than, a Nickelback song with a 3.
Yeah.
Just is.
Oh yeah.
I Want You. She's So Heavy.
You're gonna hit that with a 5.
Oh, it's a 5 all day.
That's a 4 for me.
That's a 7.5 minute prog rock jammer right
it's
there.
good. It's good.
What'd you say you gave it?
4.
Okay.
I gave it a
4. I
4.
won't cuss at you for that.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
Here Comes the Sun.
5.
It's a 5.
love
That's a
it.
classic.
Love it.
Because
2.
5.
Okay.
I love that too.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. And it seems like this album, like how the fuck did I score it at a 3.58 when I'm giving everything but Maxwell's Silver Hammer and Octopus's Garden a 5, but it drops off after Because for me. So you never give me your money.
4.
4.
I like it.
It's a good jam.
Yeah.
Sun King.
3.
It's a 1 for me.
Okay.
Mean Mr. Mustard.
I gave this a 3.
I also gave it a 3.
Yeah. I have to go back and I'll have to listen to that again.
I don't like. It's just not. It's vital to the album because this album especially gets really heavy and soft.
Yeah.
It never gets too hard. Like Helter Skelter and a few songs off the White Album. It never gets too heavy. It doesn't come at you with full force very often. It's more subdued and psychedelic.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think every track on here is necessary except for Octopus's Garden. I think I could have left that shit out. Made this a 16-track jam. But I mean, Sun King it's I don't know. Mean Mr. Mustard's kind of important. Sun King I would have left out too. Maybe I need to go back and review that. Your high score makes me want to go back and listen to that again. Polythene Pam.
3.
3 as well.
Yeah.
She came in through the bathroom window.
4.
4 as well.
Cool.
Golden Slumbers.
3.
3 as well. Carry That Weight.
5.
4.
I love this.
It's a good song. It's a really good song.
I love this song. I don't know why.
It's
just
a good song.
The hook draws me in.
Yeah.
I like
It
it.
is a good song. Very good song.
Yeah.
The End.
3.
4. Her Majesty.
3.
2.
Okay.
2. 3.58 completely. A good album. A great album. I think what I learned through this too is when it comes to the Beatles, anything over a 3.25 is greatness.
Yeah.
And 3.25 down to a 3, I think is good. Anything under a 3, I can honestly probably live without.
Sure.
Like, I don't have to take it to space with me when Elon asks me if I want to go to Mars with him.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Take me away, Elon.
It sounds like Kyle. Take me away, Elon.
Take me away, Elon.
What's next?
We were at Abbey Road.
Yes.
Number 3 on my list, Let It Be.
Let It Be.
With a score of 3.9.
This motherfucker surprised me. What'd you have on it? 3.9?
Yeah.
That's dangerously close. I have a 3.83.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Song 1, 2 of us.
Where are my notes at? 4 Let It Be. They're buried down here. Yes, 2 of us. I have a 4.
Buried. I have a 5 on 2 of us. I thought it's a great opener.
It's good.
Great opener. This album really surprised me. Track 2, Dig a Pony.
4.
I got a 5 on it as well.
Yeah.
Across the Universe.
5.
5.
That's good.
It's damn good.
Love it.
I, Me, Mine.
4.
4 as well.
Yep.
Dig It.
3.
1. And I got to say this. Dig It. I looked around online to see what other people's thoughts were on this song.
Uh-huh.
To me, it is 1,000% a dig at the Beatles or a dig at the Stones.
Okay.
Like the vocals are even. I swear to God, he's trying to sound like Mick Jagger. When he's on
Really?
that.
Okay.
And it's a bluesy riff.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to it.
I swear to God, it's a dig at the Stones.
I believe you.
Like it just feels like a dig at the Stones. Let It Be. The song even opens up like a rolling stone.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's just bluesy and that raspiness. I'm like, that motherfucker's cracking on Mick right now.
Yeah.
Let It Be.
5.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
It's definitely a 5. Maggie May.
4.
I got a 2 on that.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I've got a feeling.
4.
5.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Love it. 1 After 909.
4.
3. The Long and Winding Road, which is a song about Paul McCartney's penis.
Seriously?
Yes.
Really?
Supposedly.
Huh.
Apparently his penis is a long and winding road
Huh.
to Ram Jam.
Oh, shit.
To Wings.
Wings. God.
The long and winding road.
What did Wings sing? What was their biggest?
Wings.
What was their biggest hit?
I don't know. My
There
wife
was
says
one.
they weren't very good.
Oh, one guy tried to turn me on to
I haven't
Wings.
listened to them much.
One guy working, I just said, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
I have attempted. I attempted to listen to Paul McCartney 3 because it came out last year, I think,
Did
and
it?
it's okay.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever going to do what George Harrison did on a solo.
Oh,
album.
no shit.
Nobody.
No shit. He's my man.
He is. For You Blue.
3.
I got a 2 on it.
Okay.
Get back.
I've got 5 on it.
I got a 5 on that
That's
as
a
well.
good song.
That's a jam, dude. That is a
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
It just takes me to the rooftop every time I hear it.
Yeah, it's
The
good.
rooftop performance. That's what I see when I hear that album.
So Let It Be, I have a 3.9. You had a 3.8.
3.83.
Yeah,
I mean
that's
that I did not even think I liked it that damn much, but it was just a tick below Revolver, just because Revolver had some songs that resonated with me real hardcore. What's your next one after that? I have a feeling I know what it is.
Rubber Soul.
Okay, I was wrong.
What were you going to say?
I guess I thought Sgt Pepper might fall into that lineup there.
My number 2 is Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul. Let's
Yeah.
go through it. I've got Rubber Soul, ironically, is my number 1 album by the
Is it?
Beatles.
Wow,
it is a
yeah.
4.14.
Wow.
Yeah, I
good.
was very shocked going through this album.
Yeah.
Drive My Car.
5.
It's a 5 for me as well. That is just, there's something about that.
Uh-huh.
It just fucking reels me in. I love that song.
It's good.
Norwegian Wood.
4.
5.
It's a good song.
Proggy as shit. I love it.
Yep.
You Won't See Me.
I have a 3 for it.
I have a 3 on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere Man.
I have a 5. I like it.
I was listening to it today, and it sounded better today than it had in
Yeah.
a while. Which I listened to it on vinyl, dude. But I have a 3 on Nowhere Man.
Sure, yeah.
Think for Yourself.
4.
I have a 4 on it as well.
Mhm.
The Word.
3.
I have a 5 on that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't even think of it. Apparently, I can
Well,
live
there's
without
so
it.
many songs. There's so many songs.
Apparently, when I
There's
heard it,
too
I was
much.
like, I can't live without this fucking song, man. It's fucking 5. Michelle,
4.
you know what I got on it. It's a woman's name, and it's
You
the
got a
Beatles.
5.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
It's a 5. What Goes On?
3.
2. Girl.
4.
I got a 5 on it because it's about a girl, just like Michelle and Sexy Sadie and
Yeah.
all, you know. I don't know why. For some reason, when they sing about a specific girl or named girl, I fucking get hard. I'm Looking Through You, track 10.
4.
5.
It's a good song.
5. I love it.
I like it.
In My Life.
5.
5.
What a great track.
5 all day.
Yeah.
Wait.
3.
3. I got a 3 as well. If I Need Someone.
4.
I got a 4 on that as well.
Yeah.
Run for Your Life.
4.
4 as well. So there's just a few differences between your 4s and my 5s for the most part
Yeah.
that elevated Rubber Soul.
So I was at a 3.9 score on Rubber Soul, and
It's
you were
pretty
at a
high.
4.14.
414. Apparently I really love this fucking album, which is kind of crazy because if you look through the track listing on Rubber Soul, there's not really a song, maybe In My Life, but there's not like one of their massive hits.
Right. Yeah.
This is almost more like there's not a bad song on it kind of album.
Are you drinking that devil beer?
I am. It's
Oh, shit. On a
It's
Sunday
on
night.
now, son. I'm going to go to work fucking fucked up. So Sgt. Pepper was your number 1.
Sgt. Pepper is my number 1, and it got a score of a 4.3.
Sgt. Pepper is down there for me. This is, man. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sgt. Pepper would be my 6th favorite album.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
Okay.
I even tried to listen to it again, and it's good. It's a 3 point. I've got it at a 3.46.
That's still
so that's
good.
really
That's a good score. Yeah.
But there's something about it. Let's go through track 1, Sgt. Pepper.
5.
I got a 4 on it.
Okay.
Like it's really, really good, but
Yeah.
It's not up there for me as far as the echelon, the upper echelon of their tracks. With a little help from my friends,
5.
I've got a 3 on it.
Okay.
Like it's an iconic classic song, but for some reason it doesn't resonate with me that much. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
4.
I think it. Maybe this is what we. There's a song you were saying. You just
That
heard
was
way too much.
That I heard.
Huh?
There was a track that I heard way too much.
On a different album that I had scored pretty high.
While my guitar gently weeps.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is my
Okay.
guitar that gently weeps. I've just heard it too many times.
Yeah.
And it's became kind of less special to me, I guess. So I put a 3 on it.
Okay. I get that.
Getting better.
4.
I got a 4 on that as well. Fixing a Hole.
4.
I have a 3. She's Leaving Home.
4.
I got a 4. Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite.
4.
I got a 3.
What a fucked up title.
It is. Within You, Without You.
4.
I got a 3. When I'm 64.
When I'm 64. 3.
I've got a 4 on it because I
probably should
enjoy
have
it.
bumped it up a little bit more.
I enjoy it for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm 64.
I
Boom,
should have
boom.
should have bumped it up.
It's just a good time.
That's it.
Good time. It's
Yeah.
like a bird. It's like if you put. They say it's your birthday when I'm 64. Boom, boom. Just a good little jingle together. Lovely. Oh shit! Look at me. I lied. Lovely Rita.
5.
I got a 3 on that.
Do you?
Yeah. And I don't know why, because I love all the songs specifically about a certain person.
Well, doing this review, you're taking a lot in.
It is.
I mean, it's
But I go off that first instinct too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, can I live without it? That's what I start out with. Each song, I'm like, can I live without this? And if the answer is yes, I'm like, is it vital? And I listen a little more. I'm like, if the answer is yes or no, I start from the top. I go into each song thinking it's 5, and then I knock it down a little bit from there. I have a feeling if I listen to Lovely Rita again, maybe it goes to 4. I don't know.
Yeah, it could.
But it's a 3 for me for now. Good Morning, Good
4.
Morning. I got a 4 on that as well. Sgt Pepper Reprise.
5.
I got a 3 on that.
Okay.
A Day in the Life.
5.
I got a 4. Something about this album. Yeah, I'm looking through the track listing. Not a single 5. It is, but there's no 2s. It's all 4s and 3s.
Yeah.
I've got the whole album at 4s and 3s. So of course it came to a 3.46 average.
Yeah, but that's still decent.
It's a great
compared to-
album. It's a great
Yeah,
fucking album.
it's a great
I mean,
album.
there is 6 great fucking albums by
Yeah.
the Beatles.
Yeah.
And then there's a few good ones and a few that I'd be okay if I didn't ever hear again.
Sure.
Please me being one of them. And
Yeah, I agree
Yellow
with that.
Submarine can fuck right off. Magical Mystery Tour can basically
Yeah.
fuck right off.
Yeah.
Even Strawberry Fields Forever, what the fuck ever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care that much.
So
But it was interesting.
your number 1 was Abbey Road.
My number 1 was Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul. I'm sorry.
Abbey Road, surprisingly, so we got a 3.58 on Abbey Road.
But
so
you
I like Rubby
initially,
Soul.
did you expect Abbey Road to be your favorite? Or did you?
I didn't.
Okay.
Like, I said before doing this that Abbey Road was my favorite. And the more I thought about it, I was like, there's 2 or 3 songs on Abbey Road, namely I Want You
Uh-huh.
and maybe Come Together and Something. Something, Come Together, and I Want You are 3 songs that I just think are just magic.
Sure.
Like, it hits me. It's got this dark vibe to it. The
Yeah.
whole album has kind of a dark vibe, and I like dark albums.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
So I just assumed this was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then, when I go all the way through Rubber Soul, I'm like, this fucking album is just a masterpiece top to bottom.
Sure.
And I feel the same way about Revolver. And I feel the same way about Abbey Road. And I feel the same way about Let It Be and the White Album. And then Sgt. Pepper is just a tick below, for me, those albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're all fucking great.
They are. Yeah.
Like I said, I was listening to A Hard Day's Night this evening while folding laundry because I'm a goddamn adult. And A Hard Day's Night, I was jamming the fuck out of it, man. I'm like, this is a good fucking album.
Oh, it's good shit.
And I was like, and these motherfuckers have 6 or 7 better albums than this, and this is a good fucking album.
even their bad stuff is good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Please Please Me, though, and with the Beatles, I think I think those are it. Those early ones, as far as early ones go, Please Please Me with the Beatles, I just don't care that much. Help, I love because the opening track sets the tone. Help is a great song.
That's a good song.
And A Hard Day's Night, same thing. The opening track.
It's a good.
It's a good opening. It's a good tone setter.
Sure.
You know what time it is now?
Yes, I do.
It's fucking Tool time.
Yes, it is.
You people that get sick of us talking about Tool, I apologize. No, I don't. I don't apologize a bit. I don't apologize a bit. We're back on a Tool kick, too. And that's the reason for this episode. We bounce back and forth. I think both of us. I've listened to Tool and the Beatles all fucking week.
I have too.
It's like a fine casserole. I've built this casserole the past 10 days probably.
It's a crock pot.
It's a crock pot mixture of a lot of Tool and a lot of Beatles. I mix that up and I'm like, I'm in heaven, and I sprinkled just a dash of Limp Bizkit in there.
That's exactly right.
Just a little dash of Limp Bizkit in there. Just to keep it fun. And it's been a good week of music.
Yes, it
has. Little Megan Thee Stallion in there too, because her new album makes me happy.
Yeah.
Let's go Tool. Obviously, we're starting out at the bottom here. Opiate is my least favorite album of theirs. It's an EP, so it's hard to consider an album. But when you've got a band like Tool that waits 13 goddamn years to release something, Opiate kind of has to count.
Opiate is my least favorite album.
Yes. What's your score?
Man, it's actually kind of decent. It's a 3.2.
That's awesome, because mine's a 3.33.
Is it? Yeah. That's the number I see all the time.
3.
See, there it is again. It's always there.
Goddamn Illuminati.
Yeah. So we're pretty close on that.
And it only goes up from here, which is telling about how much we love Tool. When it starts at a 3.33, we're basically just whacking off the whole time.
Their worst album.
Their worst album is, what was a 3.3 on the Beatles? Was there any, I need to see. So Opiate is relative for the Beatles. It and Sgt Pepper are real close.
Yeah.
Opiate and Sgt Pepper are real close.
I have Opiate and Revolver pretty close.
That's kind of funny when
Which
you think
I
about
kind of like Revolver more than I like Opiate, probably.
Opiate and Sgt Pepper are actually real close. The scoring system's working for me.
Yeah.
It's working for me because Opiate, even though Opiate is not, even though it's their worst production to me, I still fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
I like the song Opiate is one of those jams.
Yeah.
You know, makes you want to go take a bath because you feel dirty for saying, you know, a higher being wants to rape someone. Anyways, Opiate, track 1, Sweat.
4?
I got a 4 on it as well.
Hell yes.
Hush, track 2.
2.
I got a 4.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Those two are two of my favorites. 3, Part of Me.
3.
I got a 3 on that as well. 4, Cold and Ugly.
3.
I got a 2 on Cold and Ugly.
Okay.
5, Jerk Off.
3.
I got a 2 on Jerk Off.
Okay.
Opiate.
4.
I got a 5 on Opiate. That's a big one for me.
That's a good song.
One of the first songs I heard. I think I heard Sober and then Opiate.
Okay.
So it has a special place for me, but a 3.33 overall.
I'm anxious to hear what your next album is.
You know what it is. I think there's no way we don't have the next one the same. I've got Undertow as the second worst album.
I've got Undertow as the second worst album.
Okay,
out of
that's good.
3.4.
3.6 for me.
Okay.
So we're still close. Track 1, Intolerance.
3.
I got a 4 on it. I think it's a banger of an opener. It's a good banger of an opener. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. So it was a 4. Track 2, Prison Sex.
4.
I've got a 3 on that. I think it might be partially due to burnout.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Tool fans consider this one of their best. And to me, I was a Tool fan really fucking early.
Yeah.
My friend Mandy introduced me to Tool at the time of Undertow. There was not another album out.
Yeah.
So Undertow, I listened to that album for a few years before the next one dropped.
Sure.
And Prison Sex had kind of, the sheen had wore off
when
I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Track 3, Sober.
5.
I got a 3 on it.
Do ya?
I
Yeah.
do. It's same thing, same scenario. The sheen wore off of it. It wasn't even one of my favorite songs back then. I thought there was way better songs on this album back then, so it's kind of suffered for me. Track 4, Bottom.
I've got 3.
I have a 3 on it as well. Track 5, Crawl Away.
3.
I have a 4 on that one.
Okay.
6, Swamp Song.
I've got a 2.
I have a 4 on Swamp Song.
Okay.
I like Swamp Song. My favorite track, 7, Undertow.
I have a 3.
I have a 5 on it.
Okay.
It's dark and it's scary and it's creepy and
Yeah.
it sounds like it should be in a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking good jam to me.
Yeah.
4, track 8, 4 Degrees.
4.
I got a 5 on that one.
That's a good jam.
That's a good one. Track 9, Flood.
3.
I got a 3 on that as well. Track 10, this is where shit gets weird too. Track 10, Disgustipated.
I have a 4 on this one.
I have a 2
Mhm.
on this one just because it's a little too abstract for my liking, I guess.
I get that.
So
What did you have for an overall score for Undertow?
3.6
Okay.
even, 3.6.
Okay, I was 3.4.
And I do love this album, but I don't go back to it too often. What
I
did you
don't
say your
either.
score was on it? 3.4?
3.4.
3.4.
Yeah, I don't go back to this album. Very often.
No, the first couple, like I've kind of burnt myself out on them over the years, and you've got two different types of Tool fans. Honestly,
Yeah.
you go to a concert and you have the opiate Undertow crowd
Yeah.
that love the heavy metal Tool,
No chicks. No chicks are gonna be
Right.
at the Tool concert.
right?
Tool and Rush.
Yeah, just the fucking toxic masculinity is loving opiate and Undertow.
Yeah.
And they think the rest of it has been a drop off, whereas I think the artsy fartsy shit is great.
Oh, I do too.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
So, Opiate Undertow, we both have them as last and next to last.
I'm anxious to hear what your next album choice is.
This is where
Ooh.
this is why the grading system is fun, because this is where we find out how we feel about the last 4 albums in their discography, which are all magical to me.
Oh, I think so too.
They're all magical. These
Yeah.
last 4 albums are pure fucking magic in my eyes.
Yeah.
What is next? What is third from the bottom for you?
Fear.
Same.
No shit.
Same.
No shit. Good.
Yep.
What kind of score did you give Fear?
4.0.
Did you?
Yep. What you got?
I have a 3.5.
I got a 4.0. And
Yeah.
that, so, yeah. But that, again, it's the difference between a couple songs, you having graded one lower than me. 'Cause
Sure.
This is a, and this is where it gets tricky too.
And I'm going to say before we get into scoring this, I was almost like the good songs on this album are so fucking good.
They are.
And then there's like 2 different chunks. The other chunk is just kind of meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like really good or
Yeah.
just filler.
I was super happy with this album when it came out.
I was too.
I was like, yes, this is what I wanted from
Yeah.
a Tool album. And as time has gone on, I still love it.
I do too.
But I have realized that it is the weakest of their last 4 releases.
I totally agree with that.
And there is, did you, I assume you did the streaming version. So there's 10 tracks.
I did
here.
10 tracks.
Good.
Yeah.
Track 1, Fear Inoculum.
5.
I got a 4 on it.
I like this.
It's
song.
it's really, really, really fucking good. I think it's just a tiny bit repetitive with the chugs.
Okay.
The chugging guitar, there's not a lot of tempo changes on that one for me. I love it. A 4 is a great fucking score.
Yeah.
I don't see it as their pinnacle though, but it's really fucking good. Numa, track 2.
5.
It's a 5.
Love
this is a
it.
fucking, Numa is fantastic.
It's a great song.
Track 3, which is kind of an interlude, Litany Contra Le Pure.
2.
I've got a 3 on it, mostly because it's a good lead in to track 4, Invincible.
5.
I've got a 4 on this one.
I love this song.
A lot of people would put a 5 on it.
Yeah.
Like this, Invincible is one of those, you start reading in Tool communities, which I'm a geek, so I do.
I need to.
And Invincible is very high
Okay.
on the list for most people. And
Okay.
a 4 is, I still think it's glowing.
Yeah.
Track 5, Legion Inoculum. I have this marked as not a song. I did not grade it.
I have a 2 on this. It's just
That's probably why my score's a little higher, because I didn't throw a grade on it because it's not a lead-in and it's not musical. It's just, to me, it was just noise.
Yeah.
So
it was.
I didn't throw a grade on that one. I kind of, my 10 tracks got chopped to an average of 8.
Okay.
So 6, Descending.
4.
I've got a 4 on that as well.
Yep.
Track 7, Calling Voices.
3.
I have a 5 on this one.
Okay.
I love the beginning half of the song that's soft and Maynard being very Joni Mitchell-like. And then it heavies up at the end and then just drops right back off and ends.
Okay.
It's yeah, I like Calling Voices a lot. Might be my favorite track on the album, honestly.
Good.
Track 8, Chocolate Chip Trip.
I've got a 2 on this.
I got a 3 on it. I appreciate the drumming, and it's kind of a cool song, but it's not vital to me.
Yeah.
And there's for good reason. I guess Danny Carey, like, they were taking a break recording and fucking around, so he just went off by himself and recorded this.
Nice.
Like, just fucking used all his machines.
Yeah,
and just made a track, and he played it for him. They're like, that needs to go on the album. And I'm like, does it really?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, fine.
Yeah.
It shows his prowess as a drummer, so okay.
Yeah.
Track 9, Tempest.
5.
I got a 4 on it.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite track.
I got a 4 on it.
I like it.
I like it a lot. To me, it's like every era of Tool wrapped into one. I hear Opiate on that track. I hear Undertow. I hear Anima. I hear Lateralis. I hear 10,000 Days. I hear everything they've ever done in that one track, which is what kept it from a 5, because for me it was a little bit too busy.
Okay.
But my God, did Adam Jones kill that fucking... That's the best guitar jam he's ever done.
That's why I'm calling this my favorite on the track.
That's
on the album.
best guitar jam he's ever done.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Oh, yeah. For me to have a 4 on it, and it's Tool, because there's so many vital Tool tracks, like, I had to put myself in a position of what Tool songs can I live with and live without? And
yeah,
Tempest is damn near can't live without it, but ultimately, because of some of their other tracks, I can. Mockingbird, I got not a song. It's just fucking birds in the forest. Fucking.
it's just
some bullshit.
I had a 2 on it.
It's just kind of shit.
What is your next album in the lineup?
Anima.
That's what I have.
We're on the same page.
We're on the same page. I have 3. I have an overall score of 3.6.
I have a 4.15.
Okay.
On Anima.
Let's hear what you enjoyed the most on.
Track 1, Stinkfist.
5.
I've got a 4 on it.
Okay.
Track 2, Eulogy.
I have a 4.
I have a 5.
Yeah.
I love that's one I can't live without. Track 3, H.
5.
I got a 3.
Do you? Okay.
H. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit's getting crazy.
Yeah.
4, Useful Idiot.
2.
I've got a 4 on it because I think it's an important intro to the next song, 46 and 2.
Yeah.
Which you've got
a 7. A 5.
I've got a 5 on it as well. If I could score higher than a 5, I probably would. 46 and 2 is one of their best all-time songs.
It's one of my top 3 favorite songs.
100%. I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
Message to Harry Manback I got listed as not a song.
It's not a song. I put a 3 on it. I don't know why.
Didn't score it. Hooker with a Penis.
I have a 4 on this song.
I have a 3.
Yeah.
This is a little too unlike Tool for me, but it was still good.
Yeah.
There was some fucking heavy shit. There was a lot of Undertow carried over into Anima. It was like a mix of new and a mix of old, which makes it really good. But Intermission, track 8.
I have a 1.
I have a 4.
Do you? Okay.
I do. Just because I love where the organ goes and then the next track, Jimmy's like, the heavy guitar is like,
yeah.
The interlude before that kind of makes that song even better to me, which I have a 4 on I have a 4 on Jimmy. So
I have a 3 on Jimmy.
I kind of counted them together. I thought I took both those songs and considered them one.
Sure.
And gave them both a 4.
Sure.
10, Dire von Satan, which is a German word spoken recipe
It's
for
a
cookies.
recipe. Yeah. That's some shit.
Yeah. I thought it led in well to push it, so I gave it a 4.
You gave track number 10?
Yeah, Dire von Satan.
I gave it
I
a
thought
2.
it was a really good lead in to 4. This, to me, where Anima sticks out is the filler tracks are actually important to me.
Sure.
Because they lead in well to some of these really good songs, and Push It's a 4 for me.
Okay. Push It's a 5 for me. Gotta have it.
I considered
Love
it.
Yeah.
I considered it because it is a fucking good one. Cesario Some Ability, I have as a 4 as a great lead into one of the greatest songs of all time, Anima, which I got listed as a 5.
I have that listed as it's a 5. I mean,
It's a
if
5.
I could grade it higher, I'd grade it higher.
Yeah, if I could give it a 10, I'd probably give it a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking great song.
Sure.
Ions, not a song to me.
I gave it a 3. Just a link in the chain. Just, I don't know.
I guess it kind of leads in, but I don't know. The fact that track 15, Third Eye, is like 13 minutes long, I didn't necessarily need Ions in there for that to still be good to me. But Third Eye, one of my favorite Tool songs, it's a 5 for me.
Gave it a 5.
Fucking brilliant.
It's a great song.
It is a 13-minute journey.
It
and
is.
it's like that song almost leads into Lateralis. Like Third Eye is a 13-minute prog rock fucking experience. And if you went from Third Eye straight into The Grudge on Lateralis, I bet it fucking just meshes perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it's good shit.
Sure.
Next album on the list.
Uh-oh.
I already know this.
This is where
We're
we're split.
flip-flopped.
We're
flip-flopped here.
We're gonna split paths.
We're flip-flopped here. We
But-
can do whichever one you want first, because we both know we're flip-flopped here.
Yeah. But it was a very close call for me. Let's do Lateralis, which was
Sounds
the next
good.
on my list.
That's my number 1.
Oh my God, it's such a good
my number 1.
fucking album. Track number
It is.
1, The Grudge. 5.
5. Fucking great.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, the amount of 5s I have on this shit is unreal.
It's
Grudge is a 5.
such a great song.
It's I can't even describe it.
I can't either. Yeah.
There's a few songs on this I can't describe. That's one of them. The Grudge I can't even describe. It's a masterpiece to me.
You can't think of any other song that sounds like it.
No.
Yeah.
And even the lead in, like the fucking the weird like just the noises they put in these
I know.
tracks.
I know.
People are out there like these dudes are fucking lame. Fucking lame ass guys.
I don't care.
The Grudge is great. It's a 5. Track 2, Eon Blue Apocalypse. I got a 4 on that too. It's a great lead in.
Yeah.
Great lead in.
Yep.
To The Patient, which I have as a 5.
I have as a 5.
Fucking good, man.
It's a beautiful song. I love it.
It is. Mantra, I got as not a song to me.
I have it as a 2, just as a low hitter. Just
5, Schism.
5.
I got a 5 on that as well. And
great.
that's not even one of my favorite songs,
Yeah,
but it's brilliant.
it is.
It's just brilliant. There's nothing else you can say about it. Track 6, Parable.
I have 4.
I have a 5 because to me, it and Parabola is the same song,
It
which I
is.
also have a 5 on.
Parable, I have a 5.
It's fucking good shit.
Yep. Ticks and Leeches.
4.
I have a 4 on that track.
Yeah. It's just a little tiny bit. I don't want to say too screamy,
Yeah.
but it's just a little tiny bit throwbackish and a little bit old school, which I appreciate. And a 4 is a great score, so it's a 4. Track 9, Lateralis. If you give it less than a 5,
it's a
I'm
5.
jumping over the table.
It's a 5.
Okay, good. That's
can't
one of the that's probably top 3 all
Yeah.
time for me.
I agree with that.
Any band,
Yeah.
it's just
good.
magic. Track 10, Disposition.
I have a 5.
I have a 4 on that one.
Yep.
It's a good jam. Track 11, Reflection.
I have a 4.
I have a 5.
It's a good track.
Track 12, Triad.
4.
I have a 4 on that as well. And Fape, Dioid.
2.
Track 13, I got not a song.
It's
It's
not.
just not anything to. It's filler, a little bit of album filler, but a 4.63 So far in the scoring age of this podcast, this is the closest thing to a 5 I've got is this album.
That's good.
And I don't know if anything, I will be surprised if anything ever approaches a 4.6 or higher for me.
I understand that.
Because this album is probably my favorite album of all time.
It's great.
Of everything.
I love it.
And the next album is also one of my favorite albums of all time. And I know it's your number one.
Oh, it's my number one. 10,000 Days.
10,000 Days.
I'm at a 4.3. Ladder Alice, I was 4.2. 10,000 Days, I'm at a 4.3.
I graded that shit higher than you.
Which I should have
4.4.
I probably should have graded that a little bit higher. Track number one.
I think if you went back through and regraded your filler tracks or decided to subtract some, we'd probably be real close to about the same.
I bet so too.
But that's a personal preference thing too.
Yeah.
Like if you like the filler track, you grade it. If you don't think it belongs, you don't.
Yeah.
Tool does a lot of those. There's been times that I've been pissed. Actually, I was pissed about Fear Inoculum because I was like, there's really only 7 fucking songs on this thing.
Yeah.
3 of them are interludes. Like we got 7 songs, but those 7 songs are like 80 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Good times. 10,000 Days, track 1, Vicarious.
5.
5.
Oh my god.
5 all day. That's a fucking jam. That's
It
a
is.
hard rock
It
Tool
is.
jam.
It is. Yeah.
It pumps me up.
Oh, it does me too.
If I was about to get into a fight,
that's what you want to
a
hear.
fist fight, I think
Yeah.
I want to hear Vicarious
Yeah.
before I go fight.
Yeah.
Track 2, Zombie.
5 for me.
Fucking 5 all day.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
3, Wings for Marie, Part 1.
I have a 4.
5.
Yeah, it's good.
The whole thing as a whole. Track 3 and 4, 5 and 5.
I have track 4 at a 5. The Pot.
5.
Oh, it's a 5. There's no
5.
other song that exists that's like that.
No.
My kid loves that song.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
just so all over the place.
it's a rock. It's a fucking. It is a. It's weird to say about Tool, but that's a classic fucking rock
It is.
jam.
It is. Yeah.
6, Lipe and Conjuring, I have as a 3.
I have a 3.
Lost Keys, track 7, I have as a 3.
I have a 4.
Rosetta Stone,
5.
I have a 5 on that as
I
well.
love this track.
At first, you think, like, when it first comes on, I'm like, this might be a 4 because he's using the bullhorn on this. It's like, he's like, I can't understand it that much when he's screaming into that thing, but that is a Lateralis like journey.
Sure.
And it's just peaks and valleys, and it's all fucking good. Track 9, Intention.
I have a 3.
I have a 3 on that as well.
Right into track number 10.
It's a fucking 5.
Oh, it's 5. It's
It's
so
a fucking
good.
5. That's
So good.
some of the songs on this album are so relaxing.
They are.
And Right Into and Zombie are both so mind melting for me. I can just lay there, close my eyes, put that shit on, and just fucking
This
relax so hard.
This album makes my life better.
It
I
does
mean,
mine too.
it's
This
just
and
a-
Lateralis, and for
Lateralis is
those
a
two,
great-
those are two.
I love them.
I'm glad we have the same top 2
Sure, yeah.
because those 2 albums to me they go
They're
hand
close.
in hand.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just classic on top of classic.
It's just this album never gets old to me. Lateralis doesn't get old to me.
Neither one of them get old to me. I have had moments in the past because I played the fuck out of Lateralis.
Yeah.
I played the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Every time a new Tool album comes out, it's in my CD player because I buy the CD every time because I want to get in my car and that be the first thing that comes on.
Yeah.
10,000 or 10, not 10,000 Days, but Fear Inoculum. That album's been in my CD player since it came out.
Oh, has it?
So in my car, I've had the same CD in my car for 2 years.
Yeah.
These other albums, I think I had in for 3 or more years
Did you?
when they
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
So that's just, I mean, that tells the story to me. Vagina trees. Vaginal
Vaginity.
vaginal
3
trees.
vaginities.
Not a song to me. I
I
didn't
put a
rate
3. It's just in there just because I'm still high from the other songs. It's just
Yeah.
left over.
It's all good. This album's amazing. I'm super thankful you picked up that fucking record for me of 10,000 Days.
Oh, yeah.
Hard as fuck to find.
Yeah. I sent you a message And
I didn't see it.
And it was like it was like $43, and I was like, "Do you want this?" And
I'm paying for that shit.
I thought Barker wants this shit.
Oh,
if he doesn't
fuck yeah.
want it, then I'll just have 2 fucking copies of it.
If he doesn't want it, he's lost his fucking mind.
Yeah,
Because this is up, it's up there in the top 5 or 10 albums of all time for me. So
yeah,
it's fucking great.
Good.
Which is it's awesome. I wasn't surprised. I knew Lateralis was my favorite here,
Sure, that's what I was expecting.
but I was struggling over the years. Like, I don't know if I like 10,000 Days or Anima more. I feel like as a Tool fan, I'm supposed to like Anima more.
Sure, yeah,
Because most people,
I
that's their
get that.
number one, honestly.
I get that.
But to me, I don't think they were at their peak
Yeah.
until Lateralis.
Yeah,
And then when 10,000 Days came,
yeah,
there was a lot to live up to,
sure,
and I think they nailed it.
sure,
But I don't think they surpassed. I think they nailed it.
yeah,
I think Lateralis and 10,000 Days are so close to on an even playing field
sure,
that it's just the difference in a few key tracks that changes the balance from one person to the next.
sure,
Oddly enough, there's a bunch of Tool fans that don't think 10,000 Days is even that good.
yeah.
Fuck them.
That's crazy.
Fuck those guys.
To each their own.
To
but-
each their own. Yeah. That's the thing. I may like a fucking. Oh shit! I was trying to think of that whole Zoot Suit Riot. Who was that fucking band?
Zoot Suit Riot. Oh my God! who
Somebody
was
may have that as their best album of all time, and I can't judge. I can't judge. Whatever. If you think the Bare Naked Ladies are one of the best,
Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Squirrel Nut.
Was that who it
Zippers.
was?
That's who it was.
I can't believe I remember that shit.
Exactly who.
I can't remember anything.
Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I was excited about the tour, and I knew what your favorite album was.
Yeah.
But I was still excited to find out where you had the other ones.
Sure.
And it's comforting to know that the old stuff is not our favorite.
Yeah.
Not your favorite, not my favorite.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised by Fear Inoculum too, because I knew I liked it. I knew I liked it a lot, but it when I look at this scoring after it's all said and done, Fear Inoculum is quite a bit down there.
Yeah.
Like it's great. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
But it ain't as great as those top two.
I agree.
It's not close to those top two.
I agree.
It's definitely a tier below.
Yeah.
So it's like top tier, you got those two albums, then it's Anima, and then it's Fear Inoculum on that that next tier.
Yeah.
And then the other two on the tier below that.
Yeah. It's like I said earlier with the Fear Inoculum, I was like either 5s or 2s. There wasn't much in between.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. And it was like, Numa's fucking magic.
Yeah.
And you had Fear Inoculum as magic, I had Calling Voices as magic. Like there's a couple magic moments, and then there's really good Tool shit.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple that's just like, fucking weird filler tracks.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
How do
Still
you go?
Sucks.
This is the kind of show this is.
Oh my God.
We talk about the Beatles, which, let's be honest, even if you don't like Tool, the Beatles are universally known as one of the best bands of all time, if not the best band of all time. And then when you get into heavier music and people that really like a good Journey, to be fair, even if you don't like them, Tool is a very important act in the history of rock.
Oh yeah.
There are people that praise this band to the heavens. It's the Pink Floyd of me and Hicks's generation.
That's a good observation.
It's the Pink Floyd and Rush of our generation. So even if you don't like them, just know Tool's a big fucking deal. Tool releases Fear Inoculum 13 years after the last album, and they knocked Taylor Swift off the charts.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how big Tool is.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, it's just a love-hate thing. You either don't give a shit at all, and then you got this Tool crowd that are fanatics and would fucking do anything to see a show or get a new album.
Sure.
That's us.
Yeah.
So we're talking about two highly, 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 highly respected bands, and now we get to talk about Limp Bizkit.
You know what?
What a fucking night.
I'm thinking about my day today. I spent a lot of time in my garage, and I went from the Beatles' White Album to old Too Short.
Too Short was good.
To old Too Short albums.
That'll be an episode at some point.
To
fucking what?
Limp Bizkit's most
albums?
recent album.
Yeah.
To like Abbey Road. And I was all over the place today.
That's a good thing.
It is.
That's part of being a music lover.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just hone in on the greats.
I mean, how many people go from George Harrison to Too Short?
Not many.
Yeah, there's
Not
probably
many.
more than what I think, but
Probably.
but it's just I was just all over the place. And I think maybe I was kind of getting in the mood for Limp Bizkit, which one of these tracks kind of reminded me of some old school
Excited to
hip
talk
hop.
about this album.
So maybe that kind of influenced me a little bit to get onto the Too Short.
I know where that happened too. I bet I can guess what song that happened on it.
Yeah, I bet you can too.
Listen to Too Short.
I bet you can too. So Limp Bizkit came out with a new album called Still Sucks.
We knew it was possible they were coming out with a new album, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, they said, "Fucking Halloween, you're getting a new Limp Bizkit
Yeah.
album," and I was like, "I'm excited."
Yeah,
One, because you and I watched the Lollapalooza, and they played.
my God.
They played Dad Vibes at the end of that.
Yes, they did.
And when they played Dad Vibes at the end of that, this
Yeah.
was me.
It was me too. It was me too.
I was like, this is fucking
and
good.
I was like, where is this song? Is
Yeah.
there something new coming up? Because this
Yeah.
song is not on any other album.
What a way to introduce a new single from an album.
He's a fucking genius when it comes to marketing. Fred Durst is.
He
I'm
is.
saying.
He is. I agree with that 1,000,000%. And then at the same time, they
Yeah.
didn't promote this at all.
Yeah.
They only promoted this with that song at the end of Lollapalooza and his new look.
Yeah.
That's the only promotion they put into this because no one knew it was coming. And like 3 days before it dropped, Fred's like, go give you a new album on Halloween. I don't think they want to be super famous.
It's hard for me to put my
I think
finger
they're sick
on
of
it.
that shit. I think they're like, we're in our fucking 50s. We don't. And that's another thing, too. You listen to this album top to bottom, and
Yeah.
you're like, you have to remind yourself, this dude's like 53, 52, 53. Fred
Oh,
Durst
yeah.
is 52, 53.
Yeah.
To watch a band like Queen or
Yeah.
the Beatles or the Foo Fighters,
Yeah.
or there's a shit ton of people that, like, I understand them rocking at 53.
Sure.
But to hear Fred Durst still rapping at 53.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just something, it's a sight to behold for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I think so
They don't
too.
seem like a band of 50-year-old guys to
No,
me.
they don't. They don't.
But
And
the fact that they're still having fun at 52, 51, and whatever, it's endearing to me.
sure.
This band is endearing to me. For somehow, some way, their brand of douchebag rockery has captured my heart, and I don't even know how to explain it. People, my wife, Sean Phipps, multiple people out there like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you like this shit? And I was like, I don't know, but I do.
My 16-year-old son, who is
Probably slamming you.
exposed to all kinds of music. Thank God he loves all kinds of music. And I'm like, man, I want to see, I'm good. I'm like, man, I want to see Limp Bizkit live. And he's like, what are you talking about? He said, do you really? And I'm like, yes, it's going to be on my bucket list. I want to see Limp Bizkit live.
It's a party.
It's a party, and there are like I don't want to say three things. Number one, I think the impression that I get, Fred has kind of matured a little bit.
You would have to at
in
50.
a certain kind of way. The Lollapalooza tour, or the footage for it, the video, I mean, and I said it before, but he seems more caring.
More caring, older and wiser.
Older and wiser.
Older and wiser. And you have to stop and think for just a second that maybe Limp Bizkit is that outlet for him. Maybe it's the outlet for all of them. Like, you know what? Adulting sucks ass.
Yeah.
But when I get to play in Limp Bizkit, I forget about all the adulting shit. And instead I say I pack a chainsaw. What? I pack a chainsaw? What? I'll skin your ass raw. What? Like, you drop all the fucking serious shit and you're like, I just need an outlet.
Yeah.
I need an outlet to be
Yeah.
goofy and to make myself smile. And the name Limp Bizkit alone makes it
Oh, yeah.
You know, they have so many haters, but at the end of the day, and they know,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, that band has accomplished more than most of us, 98% of us ever will.
Oh, sure.
As far as, you know, being in people's ears,
Sure.
or being in people's faces, or being seen. You cannot deny the fact that you speak the words Limp Bizkit, most people know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
I agree.
I mean, it is an accomplishment, whether it's for love or for hate. Nickelback, same thing. Most people know what Nickelback is. But
I've watched like at least 3 videos, and I've sent you a couple links, but Fred Durst, these guys built Fred Durst. I'm a motorcycle guy. These guys built Fred Durst a bike. And his interaction, which I don't know how he really is.
I haven't watched that yet. It's on my watch later list.
But his interaction with these guys, he was so involved in the conversation. I mean, he was more focused on the way he was interacting with his guys. It was just really impressive to me because he was asking a lot of questions.
Right.
It wasn't me, I'm a fucking rock star, me.
Yeah.
It was just a normal dude talking, and he was asking, you know, how old are you, man? And you have a family and stuff, and I thought
Giving a shit.
I thought, yeah, and I thought, how cool is that?
You don't have to do that.
Just because, and I don't know if it was because the camera was there, but then I saw somebody approach him in like a parking lot, and he was getting into a Rolls Royce, and he's like, man, you got a new album? And he's like, you just have to wait and see. And, just asking the cameraman questions about his personal life and stuff. And I thought, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. And then the other part of the equation that I enjoy, I watched a video. I actually saw it today. It was Wes Borland. He said, a lot of you guys are having trouble trying to figure out, I'm assuming that you guys are having trouble figuring out the guitar riff to Out of Style. And it's one of the first times I've ever seen him without makeup on, playing guitar in front of the camera.
You gotta send me that.
And the way he was playing, and you could see his face, his facial expressions, because you can't usually see that because of the makeup. I don't see it during the concerts and stuff. It's covered
the
up.
LED mask.
Yeah, it's covered up. I can't see it.
And I love that about him. I love his fucking crazy looks.
I do too, yeah. It's like the land of misfit toys all together as one.
It really is.
But he's like, I'm going to show you how to do this. And I was like, how the fuck are you doing that? I play guitar. I mess around with the guitar, but I thought, how the fuck do you do that? But it was really neat to see that, just as a normal dude.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, it was really good. And I think he's a huge element. Limp Bizkit and Wes Borland kind of split up for a short amount of time.
Very short, but yeah.
It was like,
it's
like macaroni over here and cheese over here.
Yeah.
It's kind of meh. But when they get together, man, some of their grooves.
Oh, man.
It's really fucking good.
Honestly, I think it is.
I do too.
And I think Wes Borland wants to be a little more artsy and outgoing and not be pigeonholed into like frat rock kind of shit.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said for a brand of rock like that is picking on themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
And at the same time proving to you that they can lay down a catchy track.
Yeah.
That sort of, you have to look at it from the outside and look at the whole picture like, yes, on first listen, this is some douchebaggery off the charts.
Yeah.
But the more you hone in and focus on it, it's meant to be, and it's almost meant for you to hate it.
Yeah.
That way, the people that can appreciate it a little bit more, it's a little more endearing. It's a little more personal. Let's get into this album.
Let's get into this album.
It's really interesting. Like, this is one of those perplexing groups that it is extremely hard to explain to someone why you like them.
Yeah, it's
extremely hard. And there's a track in here that fucking drives that home a little bit.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit still sucks. First off, I want to say the album title is endearing to me because the album title is called Still Sucks.
Yeah.
Like a decade later after Gold Cobra which I loved.
Yeah.
They're saying that they still suck.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying like, all you haters, we're going to give you an album to continue to hate on.
Sure.
And it opens up with Out of Style. I fucking love this song. I love this song.
I do too.
It is if there's one thing Limp Bizkit knows how to do, it's the first point I'll make is they know how to open an album.
Yes, they do.
And they know how to bring energy immediately on an album.
This is a live band.
It is.
This is a live band, and I've heard groups that have thrown down a very good album and sound like shit that I've seen on YouTube during a live performance sound like fucking shit. These guys, I think, throw down some pretty good. Are we getting some comments?
Liberty Dude says, preach the love. We're going to love
the
on them.
love,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just, seriously, we're going to love on them. I have seen the light with this band. They're not Tool. They're not the Beatles.
Right.
They're not the Stones. They're not Led Zeppelin. They're not even Radiohead. They're not any of those bands.
Yeah.
This is not a deep fucking internal, yeah, man, this is fucking gives me chills. This is just rocking out and having a good time.
This is rocking out, and this is, like I said earlier, this seems to me like a bunch of guys that didn't fit in anywhere else.
Yeah.
So they all created a family.
That's a good way to put it.
And, Fred Durst looks over at Wes Borland, who's dressed up with the LED alien helmet or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. Wes, you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, do what the fuck you want to do. I'm not the dictator of this, man.
And I've heard Wes in interviews say, Fred, that's Fred, whatever Fred wants to do during this part.
None of my business.
That's none of my business.
Yeah, I play guitar.
Yeah. And
Fred sings and raps. I play guitar.
Yeah. But this track number 1, Out of Style, and this is what Wes Borland was playing on that.
Was he playing the weird fucking wavy part? Because that's what gets me in this song.
That's what I thought. How the fuck is he doing that?
He does that, and I'm just like, oh, God, that's good. Oh, God, that's good.
It's whammy bar.
I don't even know. It's the fastest whammy bar I've ever heard. It's like...
It's whammy bar, and he played it continuously, and I thought, how are you hitting that pitch?
I don't know. It sounds so good.
Every round.
I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. It sounds so good. Go listen to Out of Style. Ignore Fred if you just hate Fred, and listen to the fucking guitar.
But
I thought sonically so pleasing.
It is. I thought, is that a pedal that he's diving down with? And when I didn't even see him hitting the whammy bar at first. I was watching his knees
It's
move.
almost like a very short movement on a wah-wah pedal.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for his knee to rock because I couldn't see his feet. And then he said, you want to do so-and-so with the whammy bar? And I was like, you're using a whammy bar? I was watching your knees, not your hands.
Yeah.
And he was going from like the 6th string up to like the 1st string. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's some talent behind that. That's not something
he doesn't have to play solos to show what it is that he does that's magic. It's just fucking sound.
Yeah.
He's a master of sound.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. He's like almost
Took me a little bit to figure it out, and I think Out of Style proved it to me. He's like a master of sound.
He's almost like a turntable scratching DJ on guitar.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that because
that's great.
That's part of what makes them really desirable.
Yeah.
I know that's a weird sentence.
That's good.
Liberty Dude says, so pleasing. Dive down on it. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But yes, Out of Style. I fucking love this track.
I do too.
I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it already because it's already like peak Limp Bizkit. I know, again, people are like, whoa, what does peak Limp Bizkit mean? I fucking love them, okay?
Yeah.
This song's great. This is why they were and may still be relevant. A strong opener, and Wes Borland has some of the coolest guitar sounds out there.
He does. Yeah.
He just does. It it resonates in my chest, and I feel the vibration of what he plays in my chest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this fucking rocks.
Sure.
You know, that's just, it fucking rocks.
Sure.
It just, I don't know what else to say about it. It rocks ass.
Yep.
Then we get to track 2, Dirty Rotten Biscuit.
Yeah.
To me, this sounds like old $3 bill, y'all, biscuit.
Sure.
It's okay. I like it. It's not one of my favorites. It does rock. And at the end, I fucking laugh every single time when Fred says, "Give it to you? What the hell is that supposed to mean, Daddy?" And I'm like, he's having so much fun doing this shit.
Yeah.
And he's doing all these fucking dad things where he's like, "What does that mean, Daddy?"
Yeah.
Like, it fucking cracks me up.
Oh, it does me
Shit
too.
cracks me up. This song's okay. I don't love it.
Sure.
But, like, I understand that this is what Limp Bizkit gives you. As a fan of Limp Bizkit, when they know you're a fan, they're going to give you a fucking banger that rocks your fucking head off, and then they're going to give you some old school shit. Mm-hmm. And then, as you'll see throughout this track listing, they're going to give you some more. Liberty Dude says, "Never argue with what you love. We are all allowed to love what we love."
Well said.
We don't love this out of like some kind of artistic blown away, man. It's more like, I'm sick of adulting. I've had a long fucking day at work.
It's an
I'm
escape.
sick of fucking with all these spreadsheets and numbers and life and kids and soccer and this and that. Limp Bizkit! Yeah!
Yeah.
It makes me feel a little bit younger.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you think of Dirty Rotten Biscuit?
I liked it.
It's good.
I said, here we go with some more good grooves. You know, it's just a fun song.
Yeah, and it's about pussy. I mean, it's about pussy. You know?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, is the name suggests that, you know, it's about limp biscuit, limp penis, limp eggplant. But it can also be dirty rotten
Limp Bizkit.
dirty rotten pussy.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a fun song.
It's just fun. Track 3, Dad Vibes.
I like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this shit, man.
Yeah.
Listen, there's like, when someone has, say what you want about old Fred Durst, but if you have a unique voice and flow to match, you get dad vibes.
Sure.
I fucking nod my head to this shit
I do too.
like crazy.
I do
because it's catchy.
Yeah.
And his voice is unique. And there's nothing for me to hate on. I called this song in my notes vibey. It is so vibey.
It's good.
It makes me move.
Sure.
And it makes me fucking swag a little bit. I know that's a young person word.
That's all right.
I know that's an Ethan and Javid word,
That's all right.
our teenage sons.
Yeah.
But it is so vibey.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it.
I do too.
I've not gotten sick of this song at all.
Well, it caught my attention during the Lollapalooza jam. You know,
Did you catch the part where he ran into Mark Rebellet?
Yeah, he said, "What's up, Mark?"
He's like, "What are you doing here, Mark?" And Mark's just like, I love Mark Rebellet.
When he was throwing out the T-shirts, he was out there. Yeah.
Mark Rebellet's the dude on Facebook that uses the loop machine and fucking makes songs about fucking, you know, Santa's sexy dick and all these fucking crazy shit. He's like the new Limp Bizkit, basically. But yeah, Dad Vibes is badass to me.
It's good.
I think it's a fucking banger.
Yeah. What about track number 4? Turn it up, bitch.
Turn it up, bitch. This to me was a Cypress Hill salute.
Exactly.
There's a lot of salutes
That's what
on here.
my notes say.
Cypress Hill salute.
That's the first thing I thought of.
DJ
was
Lethal.
Cypress. DJ.
I mean, he's got a piece of Cypress Hill there. And in this album, I'll read this real quick. Liberty Dude says, "Tomorrow night when you come home, get your kids together and walk like an Egyptian. Sometimes for the fun of it, it's exactly what we need when we need it." Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, walk like an Egyptian. My dad in his bar bands played Walk Like an Egyptian.
The Go-Go's.
Because
Was it the Go-Go's?
I think so. Because it got the crowd happy.
Sure.
It made them happy. It got them moving.
Yeah.
Exactly. Liberty Dude gets it.
Sure.
He gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turn It Up, bitch. Cypress Hill salute. And I wrote, there's a lot of salutes on this album. This is an okay song. I don't love it, but I appreciate the fact that it's a Cypress Hill jam. You've got DJ Lethal back in the fold. And he mentions on this album that he's bringing the 90s back. This is part of doing that.
Sure.
influences on his sleeve.
Sure.
He doesn't give a fuck if it's obvious or not.
Yeah.
He's like, I love Cypress Hill. You know how much? I'm going to show you. I'm
Sure.
going to sound just like him.
Yep.
And he does on this track.
Yep.
And I appreciate that. He's like, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not out here looking for critic reviews. I'm not looking to be fucking fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, I love Cypress Hill, so I'm going to do a Cypress Hill song. I appreciate that.
Oh, I do too.
Track 5. Oh shit. What's track 5 called?
Don't change.
Don't Change. I started the notes out. I didn't even put the song name.
That's
Don't
okay.
Change is an NXS cover.
Okay.
And who expected that?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit does covers extremely well. I went back and listened to the NXS version of this song.
I did not know that.
It's an NXS cover.
I'm going to have to look that up.
1982 album by NXS. This
Okay.
track was on whatever album they released in 1982.
Okay.
And like Limp Bizkit does, you've got Behind Blue Eyes that
Sure.
they did,
Sure.
which was, I'm sorry, it was better than the Who's
It was
version.
good. It was good.
It was better.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
than the Who's version. This version of a song I've never even heard
I did not know that. It's
is
interesting.
better than the NXS version.
I believe that.
Fred Durst does covers better than the originals.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care to say it. This song is really good. I think this song is really good. The end of my notes just say applause because it's a fucking good acoustic jam. Not many bands give you this kind of diversity on an
Oh,
album.
yeah. Yeah.
There's rock, there's rap, and there's acoustic
Sure.
folky jams.
Sure.
How can you hate on that?
Well, it takes you on a ride. I mean,
It is a ride.
And you don't know what the next track's going to be. The first time you listen
you
to
don't.
this, you don't know what to expect.
No. You get out of style and you're like, God damn, that's good guitar.
Yeah.
And then you get all kinds of other shit. This is what I like about this band now. My wife watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We've come to an agreement. She thinks I'm ridiculous for liking Limp Bizkit. I think she's ridiculous
Yeah.
for liking Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And we've agreed to make it a moot point.
Okay.
That's our guilty pleasures.
Sure.
Limp Bizkit,
Sure.
Kardashians.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
track 6, you bring out the worst of me. I think my notes just say this is a fun back and forth and I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I dug it.
I just really enjoy these guys.
Yeah, I do
don't
too.
I know why, but it's hard to explain why because people just think you're fucking stupid for liking Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, and I understand.
It's not about the artistic thing, it's about fun.
Yeah, it's just mindless music. You know, a lot of the lyrics are corny.
Well, yeah, intentionally.
But
He's
they're
got to know he
intentionally-
knows they're corny when he's doing it.
Yeah, yeah. So
He
it's-
knows that.
I think he does too.
Like when you're listening to a band
It's
that
all-
knows they're corny, like you have to be in it with them. Like you can't make fun of someone that's making fun of themselves.
yeah,
You know how much sense does that make?
it's almost like the professional wrestling of music.
Yes,
Isn't
yes.
it? Isn't
We
it?
know it's bullshit,
Yeah.
and we still like it.
Yeah,
Liberty News says it takes a real man to like it limp. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That's correct. But you're right. That's spot on.
yeah.
Wrestling is fun as long as you take it at face value.
Sure. Yeah.
Limp Bizkit is fun as long as you're not trying to be too cool
Yeah.
to like it.
Yeah.
If you're being too cool to like it, then you're just pretentious. If you're accepting the fact that this is a fun group trying to make you have fun and you accept that
Yeah.
and you have fun, it's a little easier to just jam. I'm going to be a Limp Bizkit truther from this day forward.
Sure. Sure.
I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
I enjoy the shit.
Yeah.
Track 8, Barnacle.
Yeah.
Fucking shit reminds me of SpongeBob. Like I say the word barnacle.
I thought,
all
why are
I
you
think
guys
is
singing about barnacles? But
It's great. This is great shit.
Yeah.
Like this is a Nirvana salute. And he said he was bringing back the 90s.
Okay.
If you go back and listen to Barnacle,
I will.
he is intentionally trying to sound like Kurt Cobain.
I'll go back and listen.
1000%. He's like, Nirvana was a part of my upbringing.
Sure.
And here is a track to show you how much I appreciate Nirvana.
Okay.
That's all this is.
Okay.
It's a Nirvana song done by Limp Bizkit, except it's a new Nirvana song done by Limp Bizkit.
I'm going to have to go
Kurt
back and
Cobain
listen.
sang it,
Yeah.
you'd be like, that's a fucking great Nirvana jam.
Yeah.
But instead, it's Fred Durst doing it.
Yeah.
Nirvana through and through.
Good.
I wrote, I love it. Who cares if it's obvious? It's a good jam. He literally says in one of these songs, they're bringing the 90s back.
Yes.
And in my opinion, it's a smart approach from a band who's been gone for a long time.
It is a smart approach.
Very smart, because right now, the resurgence in grunge fashion and grunge sound
Right.
is slowly coming back.
Yeah.
And Fred knows this.
Yeah.
So he's like, here's my Nirvana tribute on
Yeah.
this album.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's not trying to be original. They're not trying to get a hit out of it. They're just like, I love this shit still. Here it is. I don't give a fuck that you know it's Kurt Cobain. Like,
That's a good observation or comparison. I'm gonna listen to this on my way home tonight.
it's 1,000% a Nirvana song.
Yeah.
It is a Nirvana song
I like that.
done by Limp Bizkit.
I like that.
100,000%. We'll play it after we're done with this episode, just so you could be like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
that is a Nirvana song.
Yeah.
Just one they never performed.
Yeah.
Then we've got Empty Hole. To me, this feels like a 90s unplugged jam.
Yeah.
And I like it a fucking lot, because
Yeah.
if you give an acoustic guitar jam with Fred Durst's voice, fucking sounds good.
Sure.
It just sounds good.
I think so too.
So for me, like 9 tracks in, I appreciate almost every song.
Yeah, I did too so far at this point. It's something that you can listen to. Me personally, I can listen to all the way through.
Yeah, it's a throwback, and also it's still Limp Bizkit,
Uh-huh.
and I just fucking appreciate it. I can't help it. Track 10 is Pill Popper. To me, it's I don't know what band they were emulating.
Uh-huh.
I know they were emulating someone, but I couldn't put a finger on it at this time.
Okay.
But Pill Popper is definitely a grunge jam mixed with Limp Bizkit's signature heavier sound, and I thought it was a solid jam,
Yeah.
because I knew at face value it is maybe Stone Temple Pilot-ish
Okay.
with a mix of Limp Bizkit. It's something from the 90s mixed with Limp Bizkit, and just the fucking whole album is mostly a tribute
Sure.
to either old Limp Bizkit
Yeah.
or, 90s rock. I enjoy it.
Me too.
Snacky Poo.
Snaggy Poo. Eating chips.
The opening of this song alone, he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I laugh at everything he says that's
Sure.
not music. Like, he just speaks
Sure.
in these songs. I laugh my ass off.
Sure.
Snacky Poo, I thought, was a fuck social media anthem.
Okay.
And, I mean, who doesn't love snacks at 50 years old?
Oh yeah.
Like, I ate a fucking row of Oreos last night.
Yeah.
I probably should have been listening to Snacky Poo while I ate that row of Oreos. I did a line of Oreos last night.
I did a line of Doritos.
My wife does a line of Doritos almost every single night.
I love Doritos.
But Fred says, fuck likes, I want Snacky Poos.
Yeah.
And the Westmoreland interview at the end is fucking magic.
Oh yeah. Do you like mountain biking and blacksmithing?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Wes. I really appreciate it, Wes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just funny, man.
Yeah, it's funny.
The whole thing is just fucking funny. They came back. They had a good time.
Sure.
They did a song called Snacky Poo. What the fuck? Please don't take this band seriously. They're
Right.
telling you on this album not to take them seriously.
Right.
They're literally telling you, like, you motherfuckers have been grading us all these years, and we are just fucking around.
Sure.
Would you please just stop trying to make us a real rock band and just understand that we're basically Chumbawamba, just a heavier Chumbawamba. We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Track 12, Goodbye.
I love this track.
I bet this could be a radio hit right fucking now. This is Harry Styles level shit.
It's good stuff.
This is, I don't like Harry Styles, but if you want a radio hit out of this band, goodbye, throw it out there. It's a radio hit. It's at the end of the album.
I enjoyed it.
And it made me realize this is the album I wanted from Limp Bizkit as a comeback. I wanted this album from them. Like, if they're coming back, I want them to crack on themselves. Give me some old Limp Bizkit. Give me some new sounds. Give me a tribute to some of the bands that they liked. And they fucking did all of that.
Sure.
So I really enjoyed the new Limp Bizkit album.
It's pretty good.
I think it's their most fun album.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised.
It's good shit.
I liked it.
Fucking Limp Bizkit. Who would have thought?
Who would
have thought a couple guys that consider themselves to have good taste in music
would enjoy Limp Bizkit?
would enjoy Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, it's just good mindless music.
There you go. If you're a little too pretentious to like Limp Bizkit, we highly suggest you fucking get over yourself and listen to some Limp Bizkit because it's fun.
Sure.
And there's surprisingly some good jams slipped in there. Some actually artistically good jams slipped in there.
I think so too.
They're just fucking with you, and then they're like, but we're going to slip this good one in under the radar, a little acoustic Fred Dursty stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't give a fuck
good.
what anybody thinks.
Yep, I was impressed.
We'll see you next time. You got Beatles, Tool, Limp Bizkit, all the things we've enjoyed talking about the most on one episode.
Next up,
Amy Winehouse.
Yep.
We'll bring Amy next. We're going to listen to fucking Limp Bizkit real quick before Hicks leaves. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Stuck in My Generation. Again, if you want to suggest bands for us to listen to, send it over to stuckinmygeneration@gmail.com.